Turning 80 is like stepping into a new chapter of life, one that arrives without a guidebook, filled with unexpected shifts that can catch even the most resilient souls off guard. These aren't just the physical changes we anticipate, like slower steps or new lines on a medical chart. These are deeper, quieter transformations that reshape how you see yourself, how others see you, and how you navigate the world. In this journey, we'll explore 5 profound realities of life after 80, changes that may feel heavy, but carry the potential for empowerment, connection, and renewed purpose. Each truth is a testament to your resilience, a reminder that your story is far from over. Stay with us until the end, because naming these shifts isn't about dwelling on loss. It's about embracing your life with clarity, dignity, and the strength to keep writing your story. Let's begin. Number 1. The quiet fade of social circles, rediscovering connection in a changing world. As you cross the threshold of 80, you may notice a subtle but undeniable shift. Your social world begins to contract. The phone calls that once filled your evenings dwindle. Friends who were once constants, those you shared coffee with, laughed with, confided in may move away, grow frail, or pass on. Family members, caught in the whirlwind of their own lives, visit less often. A 2019 study from the National Institute on Aging found that nearly 25% of adults over 75 experience social isolation, with the risk increasing sharply after 80. But statistics don't capture the feeling, the way silence creeps into spaces once filled with chatter, the way a once vibrant rhythm of connection feels fragile, like a threadbare quilt. This shift isn't about loneliness in the way we often think of it. It's not about being alone, but about the quiet absence of the familiar. You might find yourself replaying memories not out of sadness, but as a way to hold on to the people who shaped your life. The neighbor who always waved from across the street, the friend who knew your stories by heart, the family gatherings that buzzed with laughter. Those moments become treasures, glowing brighter in their absence. It's a natural part of aging, yet no one prepares you for how deeply it can resonate. For those who've always been independent, this change can feel disorienting. You might wonder, have I become less interesting? Less needed? The answer is a resounding no. Your worth hasn't diminished. The world around you has simply shifted. The beauty lies in recognizing this truth and choosing to nurture the connections that remain. One heartfelt phone call, one shared story with a grandchild, one new friend at a community center can carry more weight than a room full of casual acquaintances. Research from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, 2021, shows that older adults who maintain even a small number of meaningful relationships report higher emotional well-being than those with larger, but less intimate social circles. So, take a moment to reach out. Write a letter to an old friend, even if you haven't spoken in years. Share a memory with someone younger. They're often hungrier for your stories than you realize. Your life, with all its richness, is a bridge to others. Your social world may be smaller, but it's yours to shape, and its depth can be profound. You are not alone in this quiet shift, and your voice still matters. Number 2, when small health issues become big challenges, honoring your body's new rhythm. After 80, your body begins to speak a new language, one that's less predictable and more demanding of your attention. A cold that once passed in days now lingers for weeks. A minor bruise, once barely noticed, takes on a life of its own, fading slowly as if to remind you of its presence. A small misstep that would have been a fleeting embarrassment in your 60s might now mean weeks of recovery, physical therapy, or even surgery. A 2020 study in the Journal of Gerontology highlights that after age 80, the body's cellular repair and immune response slow significantly, making recovery times longer and less certain. What was once a minor inconvenience can now shift your entire rhythm. This isn't just about physical changes. It's about the emotional weight they carry. If you've always prided yourself on being strong, active, or fiercely independent, this shift can feel like a betrayal. Your body, once a reliable partner, now seems to have its own agenda. You might feel frustration bubble up when a task as simple as carrying groceries feels harder than it should. Or maybe it's the quiet disappointment of canceling a walk because your energy just isn't there. These moments can make you question your strength, your capability, even your identity. But here's the truth: your body hasn't betrayed you. It's simply asking for a new kind of partnership. This is where your wisdom becomes your greatest asset. By listening to your body's signals, resting when you're tired, staying hydrated, seeking medical advice early, you reclaim control. A 2022 study in the Lancet Healthy Longevity found that older adults who proactively manage their health through small, consistent habits like gentle exercise or balanced nutrition maintain greater independence over time. This isn't about fighting to be who you were at 40, it's about honoring who you are now. Take it one step at a time. Celebrate the days when you feel strong and be gentle on the days when you don't. Ask for help when you need it, not as a sign of weakness, but as a testament to your strength in adapting. Your body is still your home, and caring for it is an act of love. By slowing down without giving up, you're not just preserving your strength, you're redefining what it means to be resilient. If this resonates with you, drop number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you're finding value in this journey, consider subscribing and hitting the bell to stay connected for more insights. Number 3, the subtle sting of becoming less visible, reclaiming your presence. One of the most unsettling realities after 80 is the way the world begins to look past you. You walk into a room, and the energy doesn't shift the way it once did. You share a thought, and someone might interrupt not out of cruelty, but because they assume you've said all you need to say. A 2021 study in psychology and aging found that older adults often report feeling socially invisible in group settings, a phenomenon tied to cultural biases that prioritize youth and speed over experience and depth. This isn't about being ignored outright. It's about the quiet erosion of your presence. You might notice it in small moments: a server addressing your younger companion instead of you, a family conversation moving on before you've finished your thought, or a group setting where your stories don't seem to land. It can feel like the world sees your age before it sees you, your humor, your wisdom, your lifetime of lessons. For those who've always been the life of the party or the anchor of their community, this shift can spark sadness, frustration, or even a quiet grief for the role you once held. But let me remind you, you are not invisible. Your presence carries a weight that only comes with time. Your stories of love, loss, triumphs, and struggles are a treasure trove that the world needs, even if it doesn't always pause to listen. The people who matter, whether it's a grandchild hanging on your every word or a friend who seeks your counsel, see you. And they're richer for it. The power here lies in refusing to retreat. Share your thoughts, even if it means speaking a little louder. Tell your stories, even if it takes a moment for others to lean in. A 2023 study in The Gerontologist found that older adults who actively engage in storytelling, whether through writing, conversation, or community groups, report higher self-esteem and a stronger sense of purpose. Your voice is a quiet force, a reminder of what endurance and dignity look like. You may not be the loudest in the room, but you're the most seasoned, and that's a power no one can take away. Number 4, the gradual narrowing of your world, finding joy in a smaller space. After 80, your world doesn't just change, it gently contracts. The places you once loved, your favorite diner, the park where you walked every Sunday, start to feel farther away. Not because they've moved, but because getting there takes more energy, more planning, more courage. Friends move away or pass on. Neighbors change. Familiar haunts close their doors. A 2022 AARP report notes that 1 in 3 adults over 80 face mobility challenges, which can limit access to the spaces and routines that once defined their days. This narrowing isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional. The quiet moments pile up, and the absence of familiar faces and places can feel like a low hum of loss. You might find yourself reminiscing about the days when your calendar was full, when life felt expansive and vibrant. Even the most independent among us notice it. The world you once navigated with ease feels smaller, less accessible, like a map folding in on itself. But here's the gift hidden in this shift. A smaller world can be a richer one. You don't need a packed schedule or a bustling social life to find meaning. Joy can live in the smallest moments: a phone call with an old friend, a quiet morning with a good book, a short walk around the block where you notice the flowers in a new way. Research from the Journal of Positive Psychology, 2020, shows that older adults who focus on microjoys, small, intentional moments of connection or beauty, report higher life satisfaction than those chasing grand experiences. So, embrace the evolution of your world. Reach out to someone new, even if it's just a neighbor you've never spoken to. Join a local book club, even if it's online. Share a story with someone younger. They're often more curious about your life than you think. Your world may look different, but it's still alive with possibility. By finding joy in the small, you're not settling. You're creating a life that's vibrant in its own way. If this speaks to you, comment number 4 below to let me know you're with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join our community and turn on notifications so we can keep exploring these truths together. Number 5, the unpredictability of your body's signals, embracing adaptability as strength. After 80, your body becomes a bit of a mystery, sending signals that catch you off guard. One day, you wake up feeling like you could conquer the world, clear-headed, steady, ready to tackle the day. The next, you're hit with a wave of fatigue, a stiffness in your joints, or a tremor that appears without warning. A 2023 study in the Lancet Healthy Longevity notes that age-related declines in muscle mass, neurological function, and energy reserves make physical consistency harder to maintain past 80. A task as simple as opening a jar or climbing a few stairs can suddenly feel like a negotiation. This unpredictability isn't just physical, it's a blow to your confidence. You might hesitate before heading out, not because you can't, but because you're unsure if your body will cooperate. It's a quiet betrayal from the vessel that's carried you through decades of life. For those who've always been active or self-reliant, this can feel like losing a piece of yourself. You might wonder, why can't I just push through like I used to? But here's the truth, your body isn't failing you. It's asking you to listen more closely. Adaptability becomes your new strength. By pacing yourself, resting when needed, and seeking medical advice proactively, you're not giving in, you're taking charge. A 2021 study in health psychology found that older adults who adopt flexible health habits, like gentle stretching, balanced nutrition, and regular checkups, maintain greater independence and emotional well-being over time. Celebrate the days when you feel strong, and be kind on the days when you don't. Ask for help when you need it. It's not a sign of weakness, but a mark of courage. Your body may not be as predictable as it once was, but you, with all your wisdom and experience, are still very much in control. By listening to your body's new rhythm, you're not just surviving, you're thriving in a way that only comes with time. If this resonates, drop number 5 in the comments. And if you're finding value here, subscribe and hit the bell to stay connected. Final thoughts: embracing your story with wisdom and joy. These 5 realities, the fading of social circles, the weight of small health issues, the loss of visibility, the narrowing of your world, and your body's unpredictability, are not easy to face. But they are not the end of your story. They're a new chapter, rich with meaning and possibility. A 2020 study in the Gerontologist found that older adults who reflect on their experiences and adapt to change report higher life satisfaction, proving that awareness is the first step to resilience. You are not defined by what fades, but by what you choose to nurture. Your connections, your strength, your voice, your world, they may look different now, but they are still yours to shape. What stood out to you most? Have you felt these shifts in your own life, or seen them in someone you love? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might be the spark that inspires someone else. Maybe it's time to call an old friend, be gentler with your body, or share a piece of your wisdom with the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Your life, with all its depth and beauty, is a testament to what it means to endure, adapt, and thrive. If this moved you, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support keeps these conversations alive, reminding us all that aging is not about loss. It's about gaining the courage to live fully, no matter the chapter. Let's keep writing this story together.